Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. We're gonna get going on a drill storage and charging station. There's hundreds of videos out there on it, and mine is gonna work for my shop, but it may not work for yours. But if you get some ideas, cool. If not, that's okay too. So in my shop, it really hinders my flow when I have my drill press over here, and yet my drills, some of them were living over there and some were living over there. I'll show you some of those shots in a minute. And so we're going to get this station put together, and we're going to move everything right over here near where I do the bulk of my work to hopefully improve my flow. I also recently added a festool drill, which really threw things off. So we're going to incorporate the sustainer for that into the new station, and I'll show you how all that goes together. But first, let's kind of show you the problems that I'm having in my shop with all my storage stuff. So this is the current area that I have kind of dedicated for this stuff, and you notice it's only the drills there, none of the chargers are there, so that's inconvenient. They're in a completely different place. That's all. This location is also a long way from where I do the bulk of my work. So if you look kind of tucked in there amongst the clamps and everything else, you'll see a couple of my chargers. And it's just inconvenient. You can see over there on the right where the drills are, so it's just inconvenient. And of course, clear over here on the other side of my shop is where the drill press lives. In the cupboard is some storage stuff for drill bits and whatnot. I'll show you that in a second. And that little table to the side just becomes a catch-all for anything I'm too lazy to put away. So there's the inside of that cupboard next to my drill press, and I keep my brad point bits in there, as well as, you know, some other general stuff, Forstner bits, etc. It's somewhat organized, but it's just not very handy. And to compound things, I added a festool drill as well as their construction set, so that really throws things off. So this area is going to become the home for the new station. It should fit in there just right, and the only thing it blocks is a little view into my wife's quilting room. So to compound my dilemma, I have about 3 or 4 spare batteries that, because of my disorganization, I can't even find right now. I'm sure that they'll turn up and find the way to its new home. But that disorganization is just killing my workflow, so it's time to improve that. Let's go look at the drawings, and I'll show you what I have in mind. So in this picture, you can kind of get an overview of what this charging station is going to look like. Obviously, in the bottom, that'll house all the drills. That upper box portion on the top is actually going to be 2 pullouts for the sustainers. I didn't draw them in there. I just made sure it was big enough to house them. Those 2 cutouts on the sides, they're for an optional set of drawers. I don't know if I want those drawers in there or not. I'll take a look at it once I kind of get that side together and see what the real sizes are. I have some measurements for you. I'll show you in the next picture, but I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of use out of that, so I'll assess that more on the fly. And this is just an overview with the measurements that I've come up with. I don't live and die by what I've put into SketchUp here. I'll take everything from the piece itself, but this should be enough information to get me going. So we're going to start on what I'm calling the drill board. Fits inside the case, and that's what houses each one of the drills. I have this leftover piece of walnut from the DVD case that I did. It's pretty beat up, it's pretty tattered. It's not good for too much, but I think it'll look great for shop furniture. So we're going to go ahead and mill this up off camera. I'm not going to bore you with milling stuff. And then I'll get it all laid out, and I'll show you what I'm doing there. Then we'll go to the drill press and we'll start cutting this up and see if we can get this board prepped. So after double checking the clearance on the batteries, I went ahead and changed this to a 3/16 just for a little extra clearance. and I'll either make my own 3/16 dowel or I'll pick some up. Well, we'll go ahead and call that a wrap for this video, guys. When we get going again, we'll get after the casework and try to get all that in place. I'm trying to keep this one to 2 videos, but it might be 3. Just have to wait and see how it goes. I'll get out tomorrow and get the plywood, and we'll get after the casework.